God needs you to not give up on this person, okay? He's about to get ready to perform a miracle, okay? And so you may be waiting and praying for your kingdom spouse to come home, or you're waiting on God to bring you a kingdom spouse in the first place. God needs you to not give up on this person. Hi, my name is Jachaya Williams, and I'm back with another word. I hope you guys are doing well today. And don't give up, okay? I know it's frustrating. I know the journey may seem long and tedious, but the one thing that we have to remember is the enemy does not want these marriages to come to fruition, okay? And so he's going to do everything that he can to fight you on your side and your kingdom spouse's side, okay? And so we have to remember that we are fighting against a common enemy and not that person. And so we have to make sure that we are standing in the gap and interceding for our kingdom spouse, okay? And so another thing that I learned recently was your kingdom spouse has to have a chance to tell his side of the testimony. Your kingdom spouse has to have a chance to tell her side of the story, okay? And so you may have already have gotten your testimony to tell. You may have already gotten your side to tell, but your kingdom spouse has some more lessons and teachings to learn, okay? We have to also keep that in mind too in this journey. So we can't always pay attention to what it looks like. And so God needs you to have faith. God needs you to have faith because God can turn it around at any moment. And he's reminding me right now, thank you. He's reminding me right now of Romans 8:28, how everything works together for your good. Okay. And so you have to have faith. You have to have faith that God will bring you your kingdom spouse. You have to have faith that God will allow your kingdom spouse to come home so y'all can finish out the work that he started. Okay. Because what am I trying to say? It's more than just a marriage, okay? God created marriage for a reason. It's a covenant, and he honors that, okay? And so he's not just going to bring you anybody that's acting any kind of way. That's not the God that we serve, okay? We serve a God of principle, timing, and we serve a God of faith and a promise keeper. And so don't forget how God pulled through for you on the last time. And so what makes you think that he's not going to do it this time? Okay? Stop believing the lies of the enemy when he tells you that God didn't hear you. I promise you God heard every word. He saw every tear. And so he's working it out for his children. And another thing that I want to say is it's not just about you. That's what he's putting in my mind right now. It's not just about you, okay? It's about the both of you guys. And so let God work through the both of you, okay? And he's reminding me of the story. Y'all remember the story of when Peter was walking on water, right? And so this story been in my mind all week. And so Jesus went up the mountain to pray, and he noticed that the boat he looked down and he noticed that the waves was getting a little heavy. And so he walked out onto the water to basically see what's up. And so, the disciples got kind of scared because they thought it was a ghost. And Peter was like, if it's you, Jesus, let me know. Ask me to come out on the water. And so he went to go come out on the water, right? But the thing that Peter messed up on is instead of focusing on Jesus and walking towards him, he decided to look to the side and look to the storm. He decided to look at what it looks like instead of having faith coming straight to Jesus. And so what did that do for him? He began to sink. And so, but the beautiful thing that I love about this part is Jesus didn't never let him drown. Okay, even though he began to sink, Jesus would never let his head go underwater. And the first thing that he called out was his faith. He didn't sit here and go off on Peter. He didn't sit here and made Peter feel shameful of looking at the storm. He said, no, he called out his faith. That ought to tell you something right there, how much your faith can move. If your faith can cause you to walk on water with Jesus, just imagine what your faith can do now. Okay? And so this is why the Lord keeps telling you, keep the faith. I need you to exercise your faith. When it don't see, when you use your faith, that means that you cannot see anything. When you can't see anything, when it seems impossible, when it seems like, I think I heard God wrong. When you have those moments and when you have those thoughts, that is when you need to start using your faith. That is when you need to start using your faith. That is how you're going to show God, okay, God, I'm serious about this thing. I'm serious about wanting a husband. I'm serious about wanting a wife. Keep preparing me, because this is bigger than me. This is not just about me. This is not just about me getting the ring. This is not just about me saying that I have a husband, I have a wife, or I have a marriage. This is about your kingdom, Lord. And I want to be able to treat it right. So do what you got to do and restore the both of us individually first. Because sometimes God, he know you're going to get distracted if he bring it to you now. He know you. God see everything. I think we tend to forget that God see our heart. God see what's inside of our mind. And so he know if he bring you your kingdom spouse now, you're going to get distracted. And he don't need you to be distracted right now. Okay? Don't look at the storm. Don't look at how it looks. But focus on Jesus. Focus on Jesus and what he has you doing. Allow him to clean out your heart even more and get you prepared for the tests and trials that you're going to later face in your marriage. You always want to make sure that you are prepared to face any adversity that's going to come later. That's what this preparation is for. He wanted me to remind you of that. That is what this preparation is for, to help you face adversity in your marriage. Because the enemy's coming. You think just because you're married that the enemy's not going to come and attack you with things? Oh yeah, he definitely going to try now. He definitely going to try. And so let God do the work. He separated y'all so y'all can focus on your individuality in him, your own relationship in him. And I don't even know why I'm on this. Okay, I'm just letting the Lord speak to me. I don't even know why I'm on this. When the time is right, he's going to bring you guys back together. When the time is right, he's going to cause both of y'all to meet. When the time is right, he's going to cause y'all to both be together. But right now, he needs to work on y'all individually, okay? Individually. He says, the thing that I need you to focus on is praying and interceding for your spouse. And he wanted me to point out that you may be a little bit stronger in your spiritual walk than your spouse. And so he needs you to stand in the gap for your spouse. He needs you to pray for their character. He needs you to ask him, okay, God, what exactly is my kingdom spouse dealing with so I can pray. Stop focusing on what it looks like. Stop focusing on the storm and start focusing on the adversary. Okay? Many of you guys are delaying it because you're not in position. We're supposed to pray for our kingdom spouse. But yeah, he wanted me to point out that some of you guys are stronger in your spiritual walk than your spouse. And so some of you guys' kingdom spouses don't know how to fight like you know how to fight. And so this is the reason why God also revealed who your kingdom spouse is early, because he knew that you were stronger in your faith. He knew that you were stronger with having on the whole full armor of God. Your kingdom spouse isn't. So he needs you to be in position to pray. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities, spirits. We have to remember that this is a spiritual battle, okay? This is not, you're not fighting against another human being. You're fighting against the adversary who does not want these marriages to come to fruition. Okay, who does not want these marriages to go through. So he's going to try every single thing that he can to get both of y'all to forfeit. Okay, you never know what your kingdom spouse is going through on the other side, and he don't know what you going through on the other side, and vice versa. Y'all don't know what y'all are going through. So God needs you to be in position in praying. He needs you to be on your knees and in your word and learning the things that he's trying to teach you that you're going to later use. He reminded me of this scripture just now. You may not understand what I am doing now, but you will later. When I tell you that scripture works, it's true. I can't tell you how many times the Lord had me do something that I had to learn in my last season, and now I'm actually using it in this season. Okay? Stop looking at the storm. Don't be like Peter. Don't let another day go by and you be like Peter. Focus on Jesus. Focus on exercising your faith. Focus on putting your faith into action. That's another thing that the Lord's been teaching me this whole week. Put your faith into action. And how do you do that? When you pray to God about something, begin to work. It said faith without works is dead. Okay? That means it doesn't work. Start putting your faith into action. If you're praying for a husband, start preparing for a husband. If you're praying for a wife, start preparing for a wife. Get your house in order. Some of you guys, you still don't know how to clean your room, and I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. Some of you guys want a husband, but your room is dirty. You don't know how to clean up after yourself. You got trash everywhere. The laundry basket's still full. And come on now. You think God is going to bring his son to you and your house is looking like that? Absolutely not. Get your house in order first. You think God is going to bring you a wife and you still got anger in your heart? Allow him to clean that up. Because when God brings you your blessing, he wants to ensure that you can actually enjoy it. Do you have to be perfect for God to bless you? Absolutely not. But you do have to have your house in order. That's the one thing that he taught me. You do not have to be perfect for me to even just bring it to you. But you do need to have your house in order. Okay? Some of you guys are still being lazy, procrastinating. He needs you to get that right first. Because you got to think about it. You never know how hard your spouse is praying for you. And then you think God is he honors that your kingdom spouse is praying for you. He honors that you're even praying for your kingdom spouse. Right? Do you want just any old thing that you're praying so hard for? Absolutely not. Just like you trust that when you order that meal in that restaurant, that they will fix it right. And if it's not, you need to take the food back and fix it. It's the same way. You got to be able to trust God to fix and work out this kingdom spouse journey, this marriage promise. This marriage promise. You don't want the restaurant bringing any old kind of food. You want the food to come out exactly how it looks in the picture. It's the same way. God is not just going to give you anybody. He's going to ensure and make sure that your values aligned to further his kingdom because it's bigger than you. Okay? Allow him to work. Get on your knees and start praying against the enemy. Get on your knees and start praying against the delay that the enemy is causing on your marriage promise. That's what he needs you to focus on. Okay? And so that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you were blessed some way, somehow. I had to get on you a little bit. I had to get on you a little bit, but it's okay. And I will see you guys in the next video. Okay? So, bye.